Hello, my name is Laphrodite and I'm doing daily tarot card pulls for the month of June 2026. Today is June 29th. It is also the full moon in Capricorn. So, in the lunar cycle, the full moon represents the culmination of whatever seeds that you have planted at the new moon. If you want to think about the lunar cycle as breathing, the new moon is empty. Then you take your breath and you get to the full moon, you stop, you pause, and then you let the breath out, right? So the full moon is when we see the results of the last 2 weeks of work before we have to, kind of cut away and figure out what we're doing for the next moon cycle with the waning of the moon. This is the time to pause and be like, yay, I did it. I did all the things. Also, 6 months ago, we had the new moon in Capricorn. So that would have been in either December or January. So think about things that you had wanted to do around that time. So now's the time to check in with yourself, because Capricorn is also about building a long-term plan. Capricorn is all about structure. It's trying to do things in a sustainable way because it wants to last. It's really important to pause, take a minute with yourself, and just be like, what am I grateful for having done recently? It can be really small. Just write down 3 things that you've done recently that you're really just happy about. Even if it's just like, I made that phone call to that person that I didn't want to call, and now it's done and I'm relieved, and so that's out of the way. Because keeping track of small victories makes it easier for us to accept the praise and gratitude for the bigger victories that come, if that makes sense. So, with that out of the way, I'm going to shuffle the cards, and we're going to pick the card for today. It is the Ace of Batons, or the Wands in reverse. So, I feel like we've gotten this. I'm looking at my little calendar here, and I've been keeping track of the cards that we've gotten. So we did get the Ace of Wands in reverse on June 3rd, and it looks like that's the only one. So the fact that it's still reversed. Okay. So going back, the Ace of Wands. Wands are the fire suit. So that's creativity, that's passion, that is will. The wands are the magician's wand, the magic wand, the thing that focuses your will and manifests things. Like, you take the magic wand and you take that thing that's in your head and you're going to be like, I'm going to create this. The Ace of Wands is that thing that you want to create, that spark of creativity, before it finds any form. When it is in reverse, there is a blockage. I hate that for you, and I'm so sorry. So there could be a boredom happening with your projects. Maybe things aren't lighting you up as they once did. There could be a lack of direction or passion happening. Or you could be in the slump. You could be in the dip of things, as Seth Godin would say. Because today's actually also Mercury retrograde. Everyone loves Mercury retrograde. So Mercury going retrograde just means that from our vantage point on Earth, it looks like it's going back over its little trail. So we can think about that as Mercury being the planet of thinking and learning and mental things and speaking and communication, kind of covering the same material, reviewing things that it's already covered, right? So this is actually a good time to edit. This is a good time to and not start anything new. If you happen to be a writer, let's say, and you've hit that point in your manuscript where the honeymoon period of your project has long ended and things are just, you're in the saggy, soggy middle. It's hard now. It's a slog. Keep at it. Remember to take time for self-care during this time so you don't burn yourself out. And it's okay if you take a step back and kind of reassess where you are. That doesn't mean you're giving up. You can look at it in a different way. You can also, if you're working on a creative project and you're getting bored or you're hitting that part where it gets hard, try to go back to thinking about why you started to do the thing in the first place. If you have a journal of any kind, if you have a piece of paper, if you have a napkin, you can jot all the things that you love about this thing that you're working on and use that as fuel. You know, if you're at that point where you're like, I don't know if I can make it through this dip here, just remember why you started. Because like the Ace of Wands energy, it's nothing yet. It doesn't have shape yet. And you can't shape it into something if there's nothing there to shape. So before I go off on another tangent, because I have feelings, I'm going to stop there because this is a long one. So if you would like this kind of thing, we have one more tomorrow, and then, you know, then we'll be done for June. But yeah, thanks for following along with me in your book, and I'll see you next time. Bye.